Get off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, home to the Asian Oprah, and number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. Streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Streaker, and more. Why so many places? Well, I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness and balance out all that bad news out there. The headlines, we don't talk about the headlines. Anything that is on the headlines, we won't even address because there's so many places that you can tune into that and get angry. Get in tune with your piss-offedness. Instead, I want you to focus on what's good. Focus on what is happy making in your life, because I'm on a happy 88 mission, 88 million more happy people in the next 8 years. And it used to be 8 million, but the beginning of the book tour that happened before COVID, I was already at, I think, 11 million between the highly popular TV in the Philippines with Karen Davila on ABS-CBN, I think 3 or 4 million on that, the eyeballs on that one, and then the one in China. So we had to aim higher. That's why it's 88 million now instead of 8 million. And who knows if I'll be able to hit that, although my YouTube impressions on my TV channel on YouTube Live hit 3.91 million. So that's good. And so we are on track, and I may pass to the other side before we hit 88 million, but that's okay. I am doing everything I can to hit that number without worrying about exactly what number it is. So let's see. All week I have different offerings for you to balance out that bad news. And Mondays, y'all know, it's not rainy days and Mondays always get me. Not down, but up. Hashtag UP, hashtag unlimited possibilities. And that is exactly what we talk about on Mondays. How do we take responsibility for our own mental health? And today is no exception. We're going to carry on from last week's topic of messy manifestations and look at how our current mental state, with all that's going on around us, without talking about it exactly, I almost will guarantee that it is not happy making for many people, especially in California. I've heard lots of worry, lots of anxiety, lots of fear, lots of piss-offedness. And so I'm going to deal with that head on and put the moose on the table. Got to find my moose. That's my Canadian version of talking about the elephant in the room. And that's what we're doing today. But before we start that topic, I want to invite you to have breakfast with me this morning. As per my hashtag Blisscipline, or my good life habit, what we do is, top of the bun is things we're grateful for, bottom of the bun, things that we are appreciative of inside of ourselves. So we go outside first and then inside. And that's what we get to do this morning to start the show. So what are you grateful for? I am grateful that I have eyes that I can see the beauty of the world around me. whether it's the ocean of abundance, or it's a cute little kid, or it's a cute dog, whatever it is, I am grateful that I have my eyesight to be able to appreciate all of the things around. I am grateful that our country does have the right to express our like and dislike, and that is also good. Um, I am grateful that I was told uh, last week I did an interview. I was on the hot seat of someone else's show, and they told me that I was loved by the gay population, that I had a lot of gay supporters and followers. And I think that is especially complimentary because my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith, was also very helpful early on when he was on Oprah. And yes, he's the one that introduced me to um, Oprah as the Asian Oprah. And he said on her show that God especially loves gay people. And my PR guy shared with me last week that he was going through a dark time, and he heard him say that, and it turned his life around. So I am grateful, especially that I am recognized as a supporter of the gay population, which is wonderful because I'm all about valuing diversity. And these days, it's so important for us to balance out some of the added or emphasized or resurfacing discrimination and prejudice of differences with a voice uh, that reminds us that we're one nation under God, and also indivisible, United States, and that we are founded on the valuing of differences from country, from gender, from all the different ways that we are different. And that I will highlight without talking about politics and without talking about religion. I'm actually allergic to religion. A lot of you know that. It's not that I have a problem with anybody who is religious. It is that for me, spirituality is of utmost importance. If religion is of utmost importance to you, wonderful. Whatever works that brings us closer together and not further apart, into more love, not into hate, into more peace, not into confusion. Yes, that is beautiful. The prayer of Saint Assis, and I actually put music to that. So I will be singing that at my mom's celebration of life service in Toronto in a couple of weeks. So I am grateful that I, uh, um, I have food in my fridge. I have cherries. I love cherries, my favorite fruit, and it's cherry season. I am grateful that we have uh, a plumbing system, a sewage system, a trash system in our neighborhood that makes it very comfortable to live. And I'll be doing a lot of traveling. You know, I'm going on world tour, and I know that that's not true for a lot of countries. And It's always surprising to me when people are so angry and complaining about their life in America, because our standard of living compared to a lot of countries is just, top 8%. So I'm grateful for our standard of living, not putting down anybody else's, but to highlight the gratitude that you can choose to focus on when you wake up thinking that you don't have enough. All right, that's top of the bun. Let's go to the bottom of the bun, which is, what are you grateful for inside of yourself? And y'all know it's important for me to do this because it's weight training. How do we uh, um, overcome or change our habit of being hard on ourselves? How do we change our habit of being our own worst critic to being our biggest fan. And I wrote that in the chat yesterday on the love stream at Agape International Spiritual Center. And I got a lot of love streaming likes and loves and support on that from my, my favorites, Nikki and Dorcas. And gosh, I get in trouble because there's so many great names of those who I get to connect with on the love stream. But that is my part of my Happy 88 mission now is personal mastery. Like, who's the boss of the voices in your head? And that it is our responsibility to do that heavy lifting and that muscle building so that we're not constantly feeling bad about ourselves. No one else does it except us. If we say, I'm harder on me than anyone else is, or that I'm harder on anyone else. Well, that's not the best thing to brag about in my book. It is literally, oh, by the way, I'm glad I brought that up. Y'all get a free audiobook copy of this #1 bestseller and national bestseller, 8 Ways to Happiness, that I wrote for my Happy 88 mission. It's self-help on steroids, and you'll see there's actually places for you to write and look at your own pain, because what you do not deal with will come back and deal with you. And so you get a free audiobook copy of this if you go to drmarissa.life, which I pulled up here, and you can just put in your email and I will send you the promo code to get that. And I've really grateful that my nonprofit has given away so many copies and that I've gotten so many messages that it has helped them. So I so appreciate all of the beautiful reviews on Amazon and everywhere else on my socials. So thank you. I appreciate my ability to put my life jacket on with the silver lining. Those who know me know that I do practice most of what I teach, not all of it, but take my advice. I'm not using it. Technically, I am using it, just not all the time, but 88% of the time I actually follow my own advice. And so in particular, my positivity, people ask me all the time, why am I so positive? And they're expecting the moral side or the, it's good for other people or in service or whatever that is. But honestly, the #1 reason that I am so positive, it just feels better. And that is the bottom line for me. I am here in life to feel good most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. So that is exactly why I am continuing. Today is the beginning of consecutive week number 685 for this show. So I'm really grateful for that. And I appreciate, that's my last appreciation, is that I am blissiplined. I am, I continue to do my BFF, Anne-Marie last night said to a friend of hers, my ability to just do it, gospel according to Nike, to, have that blissipline to continue no matter what, COVID, no COVID, people passing, mom passing, bonus mom passing, whatever it is in my life, I continue to do what I love to do and what I've been given the blessing and the opportunity to do. And so I continue to do it, which requires me to do some things I don't necessarily like to do in order to bring the show around. I don't like every part of doing it, but I do most of it. And I do it even when I don't feel like it. So I appreciate that about myself. And that's it for breakfast with myself this morning on Mental Health Matters Mondays. And I hope that you continue to take that bite of the gratitude sandwich with or without me, whether you join me every weekday morning on this show. Please free subscribe. I'm live on YouTube TV channel every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, right after the NBC News on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind. So that is it for breakfast. And I promise you that if you do this for 28 consecutive days, you will change your ability to complain and sandwich your day in the most positive way. Thanks for joining me for breakfast. And now for the topic of the day. Everything is awesome. But I thought we would kind of do a part 2 of what we did last week on Monday. Monday. We are going to talk about the relationship between messy manifestations, that was last week, with a frequent state of anger, anxiety, frustration, fear. Let's see, what was the other one? Worry. Worry's the big one. So some of you may have a hold of your anger, but have not curbed your worry yet. And not curbing your worry will definitely curb your enthusiasm. Those of you remember that show. So what is the relationship between worry, fear, anxiety, pissoffedness, and messy manifestations? And I wanted to hit this topic, straight on, head on. I'm looking for my moose. There it is. So, putting the moose on the table, talking about the elephant in the room, but because I was born in Canada, that's why we use the moose. So I'm going to drop the moose and talk about why it is your responsibility to clean up your BS. So call your BS, your belief systems that are 100% correlated with the things that come into your life. And last week we talked about the core foundation belief system that has to be part of your BS in order to bring good things into your life is that fundamental belief that the universe is friendly, that people aren't out to get you, that the world is a friendly place, that well-being abounds, and those who are staunch atheists who believe that the world is chaotic and it has no meaning and life sucks, and otherwise we wouldn't have starvation and AIDS and anything that hurts children and animals. That's going to be a difficult place with which to manifest anything positive in your life, because what you focus on grows bigger. And if you continue to focus on what is negative, even if you're right, that's what we're going to talk about today, then you will bring things into your life that will continue that feeling that you're having. And then that is why you get a messy manifestation. All right. So that's the topic. So moving from last week's that core belief system, I want you to believe that everything happens for our divine and best good because we live in a friendly universe and well-being abounds. So from that place, you don't have to believe that 100% of the time, but at least 88% of the time. So 8, for those of you who are new to me, welcome. 8 is a lucky number in Chinese. It's a homophone for good fortune. And that's why I use that all the time. And it's called 8 is ba in Mandarin, and fa is good fortune in Mandarin. So that is why I call that double good fortune is 88% of the time. So we do everything 88% of the time. You can't be happy 100% of the time or you're dead. We need the contrast. So that is why I say 88% happy and not 100% happy. So again, the belief system that we do live in a friendly universe, that uh, the universe is conspiring for us, never against us, whether you call it God, Muhammad, whatever your that outside powerful love source that is friendly and not punishing or chaotic or random. All right. So if I believe that, and then I also believe in the law of attraction. And those of you who don't believe in the law of attraction, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It's operating just like gravity. Like you can say, I don't believe in gravity. And then if step off of a cliff, you're going to fall, whether you believe in gravity or not. Right. So same with the law of attraction. It works whether you believe it or not. And all it is whatever you focus on grows bigger. Right. You focus on things that you like and make you feel good, then more things will be in your periphery, in your focus, in your presentation to you, will be things that are things that make you feel the same way. The converse is true as well. If you look at something you don't like and you begin to focus on that and complain about it, and then call someone about it, and then post about it, and then chat about it, and then stomp your feet and go even march on it. Okay. That hate is hate. That anger is anger. That piss offedness is something that will draw into your attention and manifest something that you don't like again. Now, then why do we protest? Oh, that's a good question. There is a way to protest. There is a way to vote. There is a way to look at things we don't like. Either we complain. I'll give you the best example that I use on my show is I'm not going to talk about homelessness unless I have someone as a guest who's actually doing something to be part of the solution. Okay. So marching is only as good as it is part of the solution. So I will say that it brings, eyeballs or attention. That is part of the solutions. If something is not being recognized, that is part of the solution. But then going from there to fights, to, death threats or threatening volatility, that level of protesting, to me, my opinion, is continuing then to hate, continuing to draw things in your awareness that prove that you're right. Right? So, if you don't like something and you continue to focus on what you don't like and you get angrier and angrier and angrier, then you will notice things that prove that you have a right to be angry. That's the law of attraction. And that's why then things start, manifesting that maybe you don't like, but they give you that same feeling. My best example is I don't ever say, ever, it can't get any worse than this. Don't say it because as soon as I say that, I noticed something that got worse, right? Or things happen in threes and two things happen. I'm just setting myself up for that third thing. So those are two expressions that I don't use. I've disciplined myself into cutting them out of my vocabulary because I know the power of law of attraction. Law of attraction is a law. Therefore, it's not done to punish you. Gravity isn't done to punish you. It just is a law. So it can be used for the good, or it can be used for not so helpful. Now, I wouldn't say good, but it's not helpful in your life if you're continuing to notice things that piss you off. I mean, that's just not helpful for you. Number one, you're not going to be happy, which is my mission. And number two, it's 100% correlated now that you get sick chronically or acutely sick in your body. High stress, your chemicals are toxic that you produce when you are in extended stress. So all of this anger that people are expressing, all of the worry that people are expressing about what's going on in our country right now, is without going into solution and just staying marinating in that dis-ease with what is going to result in a messy manifestation. And I don't want that for you. And I don't want that for me, which is why we don't talk about the news here, because there's nothing I can do to change that. I cannot change people who are in a position to make decisions that I can't change. Now, the good news is when you are looking at a problem, there's a solution birthed somewhere. So my job is to stay in a place of receptivity, right? And when I'm angry, I'm not receptive. When I'm pissed off, I'm not receptive. When I am satisfied, when I am innovative, when I am creative, when I am happy, when I am enthusiastic, I can receive inspired thoughts and inspired actions to be part of the solution. So, what are you doing in reaction to whatever is in front of you to be inspired for the solution, or are you just attracting more things that tell you you're correct or right to be pissed off? That's the question. When I teach law of attraction, the one example that a lot of people go, oh yeah, is the phenomena of you're going to buy a new car, and let's say you pick, I have a little Mazda Miata convertible, white with a black top. So her name is Panda. So I decided that's the car I want to get. And as soon as I decide that, or even when I haven't even decided it, I'm looking at, cars, and I've like narrowed it down to 2 or 3. The most interesting thing begins to happen when I'm out on the road. I all of a sudden it's like, did someone get the memo to buy these more? Because I've never seen so many of the cars that I wanted or am thinking of buying on the road. Now, did that happen? Did it change? Did someone send out that memo? No. But because of the law of attraction, what you're thinking about or what you're focusing on does grow bigger. It becomes more prominent in your mind. That's all that law of attraction is, right? It's not the law of attraction that The Secret highlighted. Not bashing it, but the focus was so much on manifesting your dream car, or your dream house, that the whole idea behind the law of attraction and that is Abraham Hicks's definition and the way they describe it, that is the law of attraction. What you focus on will grow bigger. Simple as that. So that's why it's so important for us to not be constantly worrying. Worry is a prayer for bad things to happen. That's a Native American saying. It's a beautiful saying. Living in the worried prattle of your head is like sitting in front of the Grand Canyon with a paper bag over your head. All right. That is not a great, that's not a great place to be. You miss out on all the beautiful things you could be looking at in life. Okay. So that is why I'm encouraging you to not watch the news, engage with other people around talking about the news. I know it's difficult because that's all that's out there. That's why I love having this show. And that's why I love when people say to me, when I'm not feeling good, I always go and listen to one of your past shows or I tune in because I'm not going to talk about that. Only going to talk about it like I am today, in that please make choices that's going to be good for you, right? So when some people will say to me, but you stick your head in the sand, you're not aware of what's going on. You need to be, current with the news. Well, honestly, it's not the news. It's already old. It's the olds. It's already happened, right? I'm not going to spend time criticizing, blaming, shaming on what has already happened. My job is to stay present because it's a gift and open myself up to possibilities. What is something that I can do that is going to make a difference in moving from what I don't like to what I do like? But if I keep talking about what I don't like, I can't look at what I do like. So there's the tool. We're past the half mark. There's the tool that I will come back after break to talk about more. But I wanted to offer you that is there's a way to look at problems where you're not continuing to, what is that expression? Beat a dead horse. Who wants to beat a horse in the first place? I hate that expression actually, but you get the analogy. You don't want to continue to harp on something that is not going to put you in a place of receptivity. It's only going to close you off to any possible solution. So that is the first tool. When we come back, we'll take a quick break. You're going to hear actually an interview. I'll introduce that after we get back. It's on. I had a skincare expert in the studio, pre-recorded, so you're going to hear her. But that's when we come back here on Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show. We're going to take a pause for news, weather, traffic, and words from our sponsors. Don't go away. We'll be back in 2 and 2. That's peace in, peace out. Welcome to Balanced Tai Chi Gong. My name is Dr. Marissa Pei. For the next 28 minutes, we will be slow dancing with the universe in a moving meditation that promotes inner peace, one breath at a time. Just follow the sound of my voice and move with me as I guide you through this ancient wisdom through New Thought practice. As a corporate psychologist, I created this practice in response to my life and those of my clients. We were professional, high achievement-oriented, multitasking control freaks and exhausted. No matter how many successes, it was never enough. That, coupled with a painful life experience, led me on a quest to find another way to live and back to my Chinese roots. If you practice regularly, I can promise you that it will impact all health vortexes, body, mind, spirit, soul. You will be in a place of balance and inner peace the way we were created. 谢谢.
Be my partner, dance with me, just hold on, I will.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, home to the Asian Oprah, AM 1050, FM 106.5, streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my Show Central, my YouTube TV channel. Please free subscribe. Give me the finger, not the other one, but this one. And thank you for making me the number one talk in the IE, as well as the place where you're going to get some solutions to why things are not making your life what you want it to be or happy. Today is Monday, Mental Health Matters Monday. And we are talking about the relationship. We talked last week about messy manifestations in the law of attraction. And today we're talking about worry and your heightened state of worry, anxiety, piss-offedness these days with all that's going on in the news, which we do not talk about. But I am also encouraging you to create your own news, so to speak. But before we get back to that topic, I wanted to share a special interview that I did earlier in the week. And it is all about Beautiful in Your Skin Month. That is June. It's not just the LGBTQA plus month, but it is also Beautiful in Your Skin Month, which I think is a great merging. It's celebrated every June to focus attention on promoting skin health. I have the wrong glasses on. It's an observance meant to encourage individuals to adopt healthy skincare habits and practice holistic self-care to feel comfortable and confident in their skin. So Dr. Alexis Stevens, a top dermatologist, came to share tips for elevating your body care this summer. And you'll learn about new advances in body care that bring skincare technology to your shower routine to visibly transform and improve your skin head to toe. And Dr. Stevens will also discuss the new breakthrough Olay Super Serum Body Wash backed by 70 plus years of science. I have a new curved screen. I got to move my mic with me. She will reveal how individuals with any skin type, normal, dry, rough, or bumpy skin, can achieve visibly healthier skin that appears luminous over time. And she specializes in improving skincare for patients with expert dermatological and cosmetic treatments as the lead board certified dermatologist and founder at Lex Dermatology and Aesthetics in Boca Raton, Florida. Dr. Stevens brings the latest techniques and technologies to communities in the area. At her practice, Dr. Stevens offers several popular skin rejuvenating treatments. Without further ado, please enjoy my interview with Dr. Alexis Stevens. Okay, here we go.
And good morning. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balance with Dr. Marissa. And this morning, we're talking about beautiful. Beautiful in Your Skin Month is celebrated every June to focus attention on promoting healthy skin routines and self-love. Here to help is renowned dermatologist Dr. Alexis Stevens, who is teaming up with Olay Body to share body and skincare tips for summer. Dr. Stevens is founder of Lex Dermatology and Aesthetics in Boca Raton, Florida. Welcome to the show, Dr. Alexis Stevens.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Now, what is the most important thing to know about skincare?
Most importantly, you want to be using skincare that's both protective as well as effective. So protective from the UV rays and environmental damage. So we're talking about sunscreen. And effective, meaning that your actual skincare products have ingredients that are proven to work, that can yield both visible results on your skin and improvement in your overall skin health.
Fantastic. And how can a daily routine improve overall wellness?
So your daily skincare routine is going to improve your overall wellness by making sure that you actually feel confident in your skin. Because when we look good, we feel good. And so having a very simple, streamlined routine that you're allowed to kind of make sure you're consistent with, and depending on the season, change a few things around, will give you the best results.
Fantastic. I got a quick side question for you. I was told I splash my face first thing in the morning with really cold water. Is that okay for your face?
If you're just doing a quick splash with cold water, it's totally fine. The issue is that a lot of times we're trending now where people are doing these ice dunks and they have their face in ice for a long period of time. That can actually yield some skin barrier damage, but a little cold water is okay.
Okay, good to know, though. No plunge for me. What are some of the benefits of using quality skincare products?
So quality skincare products have many different benefits to the skin, but most importantly, they can help with not only protecting from environmental damage, but reducing the signs of aging and addressing and promoting overall skin health. A good quality product is going to be a product that has ingredients that are clinically proven, and it's going to be a product that's easy to incorporate into your routine. I love vitamin E, niacinamide, and collagen peptide as ingredients, and those can actually all be found in the Olay Super Serum Body Wash.
Fantastic. It's funny, people always say that I look so young, and I say I use oil of Olay. So we're right into your product. All right. How has skincare technology improved?
We've actually made a lot of breakthroughs in skincare technology. The Olay serum we were just speaking of, they have a body advanced delivery system that actually allows the ingredients to penetrate through the skin layers rather than just being washed away as we're taking our shower. So we're able to see results much faster because the ingredients are actually getting through the skin in a way that they weren't able to before.
Great, great. So do you have any other details to share?
Yes. So one of the most important things that I like to tell my patients and my followers is to make sure you're taking care of your body skin and not just your facial skin. We oftentimes put a lot of priority on our facial skin and we neglect our body. So have a really good streamlined routine that makes it easy to incorporate multiple different products and ingredients into your routine so that you can be consistent. The other thing is make sure you avoid the sun, especially during 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's when the UV index is the highest. So stay safe, stay protected, and hydrated.
Well, I love learning new things. I did not know that about the 10 to 2, and I so love the fact that I get to have you on in June, which is Self-Love and Skincare. Where can we go for more information from you? You also mentioned following, so I know you're on social. Where can we find you?
Yes. So to find more about the Olay Super Serum Wash, you can go to olay.com. It's also sold in national retailers. And I am at Dr. Alexis Stevens on pretty much every platform.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Stevens, for coming on today and giving a solution to any temporary skin issues we have. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
And good morning. You're tuned into Take My Advice. I'm not using it, Get Balance with Dr. Marissa. And this morning, we're talking about beautiful. Beautiful in Your Skin Month is celebrated every June.
There we go. I hope you enjoyed that. It was, I didn't know that that 10 to 2 was very interesting. I love when I learn new things. And certainly, I now am very cognizant of what time it is when I'm out in the sun. So I hope you enjoyed that interview as well. All right, let's go back to our topic for today, which is messy manifestations and its relationship to worry, anxiety, and pissoffedness. So here's the deal. I want to do a happy 88 challenge for you all. I want you to go. Someone reminded me that I have this thing called the 21-day fast from complaining. So let's pull that up. I started that July 1st, 2011, before I started this show. And let's see, where do I have it? 21-day fast. Here it is. So, what this is a system that you can register for. It's $21 and it goes to my nonprofit, 8 Ways to Happiness, that helps kids, teens, and young adults who have temporarily forgotten their birthright to happiness. And what you do is you go to the shop and just register there, $21. And if you can be complaint free for 21 consecutive days, I double your money. Okay. And I will have to, I trust you, but I do have one person that I will validate that record. And how many people do you think have actually completed this fast for 21 consecutive days? And my interviewer said 1,000. It's 5. So 4 women and 1 man. And so I am challenging us all to do this again, because right now there's so much to complain about. There's so much to worry about. I'm giving you that. I'm not saying that it's not a valid feeling, but my rule that you can worry and be pissed off and anxious about something if there's something you can change about it. And the things that you're hearing about in the news, you have no control over changing. Most, if not like at least 88%, maybe even 98%. So what happens is, if you tune in to what is going on that makes you mad, that makes you afraid, that makes you worry. So I'll give you some practical examples. I spoke to someone who is sick with worry because of the fear that everything that has been done in positively for the lives of Americans who are different in whatever way is all going to be undone. And that is what the worry is about. The anger and the pissoffedness is, how dare someone try to do that. The anxiety is, it's going to allow people to actively discriminate, actively attack, actively all of those things. And I will give you that they're warranted, but if you talk about that continuously every day in the shopping line, in your friend chat, in your social, in everything, just anywhere, what is the feeling that your body chemical factory begins to react to those feelings of worry, fear, anxiety, anger, pissoffedness. It is not helpful feelings and emotions. One, because it will raise stress levels, which then produces chemicals that are toxic to your body, and it will create your cellular reaction, which is chaotic. Like our cells normally function harmoniously at, sea level or stasis. Okay. When you introduce stress, there is a heightened reaction in your cortisol, and your cells begin to get a little frenetic, and they don't work together as well as when you are at peace. That's proven. It's in medical studies. It's not just a hypothesis. So Dr. Deepak Chopra actually says there are two emotions that will make your cells frenetic and not work harmoniously. And that's anger and hostility. Hostility is anger on steroids in my book. So those two emotions, which if I watch the news, that's what is going to be shown, because producers want you to get negatively, emotionally attached to whatever they are bringing. And that brings the eyeballs for the products in the advertisements. And that's how the news and media, most media works. Not my show, but most media. If it bleeds, it leads. If it makes you shocked, if it gives you a reason to get angry, that's good news. And that's an oxymoron. That's not good news. But to them, that's good news to pop on there. And my girlfriend and I were watching that reality show, Unreal, I think it's called, and it just proves the point. Like that is like having someone fall in love is not enough. You've got to have the catty, the cheating, the betrayal in order to get the ratings up. It's the same with what's going on now. Granted, there's not much positive going on right now, so it's easy to pick out all those negative news lines, all the things that are wrong, all the things that are horrific, all the things that are like crazy making. It's easy. So your job is not to try to solve that necessarily by convincing people how bad it is, because in that engagement, you're complaining. In that engagement, you are releasing your own toxic chemicals that will affect your health. Deepak Chopra, and I haven't used this analogy in a while, so I believe it is. There's three emotions that make your cells sing in harmony, which is love, peace, and the interesting one, this one I know for sure, is creativity. So when you're in that solution focus, you are in creativity and innovation. So that's what I'm encouraging you to do, is to get your eyeballs off of anything that results in you getting pissed off. Now, that may mean doing what I did, which is get rid of the TV 10 years ago. I like to watch documentaries that are, the progression of things or the life story of people who made amazing contributions that I don't know about. Or, The Greatest Night of Pop is a great show, not just because I got to interview Quincy twice, but just knowing how that song We Are the World came about is there's lots of really good things to watch, right? Besides the complete repeating again and again and again of what's wrong with our nation, what's wrong with our community, what's wrong with our neighborhood, what's wrong with even your family. There's so many things that you could look at and say, isn't it great that? Isn't it great that there's gardens being created? There's revamping of things, recreation, renewal. There's so many things we could focus on that are generative, innovative, a part of the solution. And that's what I want you to replace the complaint with, focusing on things that are good, people that are good, situations that are good, and not good, bad, morality wise, but what makes you feel good. I know automatically if I go through my phone and I look at my funny folder, I look at my animal folder, I look at my music folder, all those folders that or albums that I have on my phone. That's called the Happy 88 tool, turning on a dime of memories. That's why throwbacks are good. Going back and looking at things that made you smile, a memory that made you smile. That's a great way to keep that complaint from getting out of your mouth. Okay, so hopefully I have convinced you today to be very cognizant about what you're talking about and not complain about all the things you could complain about. And there are a lot. I'm not saying that there aren't, but make the choice to focus on something that makes you feel better, and therefore your health will be impacted positively, and you will feel better. You just feel better. And that's why we're here. We're not here on the planet to be pissed off all the time. That's not why that's not why we're on this joyride. It's called a joyride of life, right? It's not a piss off ride of life. So go and join the 21-day fast from complaining. Go to the shop. 21 days, $21. You can afford $21. That's just to keep yourself in the game. And then if you do 21 consecutive days, let me know and we'll do the verification process. And then I give you $42. And I'm happy to, because one more person who is able to not complain for 21 consecutive days is counts as like at least 100,000 happy people, because it'll do that. And then this person will spread to this person and so on and so forth. That butterfly effect. All right. And that's it for Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show, and Monday Mental Health Matters. Thank you for joining me today. Please do, if you like what you hear, give me the finger on the replay. Thank you for, again, knowing where to come when you want to balance out all the bad news out there with some good news. And we'll see you tomorrow. I have a special guest tomorrow. He is, I know I do a show every day, so I have so much information I do just in time remembering. But I have a great guest from my favorite publicist, that not my publicist, but he feeds me some great people. And this guy is going to talk about the life and the contribution of Bob Hope. And for those of you who are younger, go look him up. He's a person that you want to remember. He did so much beautiful work while he was alive that we do want to remember and know, in particular, those things that he did and commemorate him. So that's tomorrow on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show. Remember, it's all about balance. Peace in, peace out, world. Peace through, inner peace. Now go and have the best day ever. We'll see you tomorrow.